Ohio. We're high on Ohio. These stories inform and inspire through the words of people who make Ohio home. Good news and good ideas, identifying and acknowledging the excellence that is all around us. This is Gene Krebs. I'm here today on behalf of the Center for Community Solutions, and we're high on Ohio. I'm joined today by Womer Benjamin, who's the Executive Director of the Northeast Ohio Council on Higher Education. And we'd like to go ahead and have a brief conversation with her. And full disclaimer, she and I served together in the Ohio House a few seasons ago. But it's good to see you, Ann. And first of all, for the young people who are watching this, everybody at the younger ages, they're baffled as to how did somebody get to be in such a position of power and influence. So as one of the thought leaders in Ohio on higher education, you just didn't roll out of bed one day and say, hi, I'm going to run NOCHI. So how did you get to this position, and what led you here, and what excites you about this position?
Well, actually, Gene, some of our work in the Ohio House led me here. You and I served on the Higher Education Subcommittee of Finance for a while and heard about the inner workings of at least funding higher education in Ohio. Higher education had always been a passion of mine, and
it really has been. I remember you really
Yes.
ate that committee right up.
I did, and I certainly recognized through my work in the Ohio House how important higher education was for the people of Ohio and for the advancement of our economy. And when I left state government in 2006, the end of 2006, I was looking for a position potentially in higher education in some fashion. And there was an opening at NOCHI, which really fit my interests very well, because we are not really a service organization to our school members. Rather, we bring higher education and business together to collaborate to advance the Northeast Ohio economy, and we have programs and activities to do that.
Tell us a little bit about NOCHI. What's its mission? What's its purpose? What's it do?
NOCHI's been around since the early 50s and has been dedicated to forging collaborations between business and higher education to advance the Northeast Ohio economy.
Now, I will interject and say I've heard of it a lot more, though, since you've come on board.
Oh, well, good. Thank you. We've been trying to raise the profile a bit. We have the presidents of colleges and universities in the region on my board, along with a number of business leaders. We work with the 160,000 businesses in the region, 226,000 enrolled college students, and more than 30 colleges and universities in about a 16-county area in Northeast Ohio. We have a regional internship program that we manage called Neo Intern, and it's not just a database. It includes considerable outreach to students and to employers. We have an employer workshop called Return on Intern that we provide to businesses interested in either enhancing or developing an internship program. We do a lot of outreach across the region to the colleges and universities, career services, and to students. We bring students and businesses together in what we call linking talent to opportunity events to try to get students on the pathway ultimately to a permanent position in Northeast Ohio.
I want to go back to the internship program a little bit. If I remember correctly, universities that offer an internship program, those students are twice as likely to be sticky, to stay in the community, especially if they're from outside the region, as those are not. So my question for you is, is that working here, and do you have any fruits of this yet?
It certainly seems to be working. The national data regarding retention through internships is about 2/3 of employers offer their interns permanent positions. And
Really? That high?
The vast majority accept them. We've done some regional research as well that bears that out, at least when positions are available. So there is certainly a strong retention factor, talent retention factor to internships. And NOCHI is very much focused on developing the talent pipeline in Northeast Ohio.
And in talking to Bobby and Betty Buckeye, one of the things I've emphasized is these types of internship programs, the stickiness there in the communities means that the investments that we've all made in many of these higher education facilities, either with public funds or with private donations, allows those students, encourages those students, so to speak, then to stay in the area and then add to, create more wealth in the area, creating more jobs, more tax base, a whole series of positive things.
That's exactly right. And the state of Ohio has recognized the importance of internships and has invested in them through the Ohio Means Internships and Co-ops program. We are participating in that. We're working with 7 Northeast Ohio colleges and universities which received funding from the state to expand internships in Northeast Ohio.
If some young person watching this wants to go, wow, I want to get an internship program, they're studying up in Northeast Ohio and they want to get involved in this, is there a website or anything they could go to?
Yes, it's neointern.net.
Okay.
And we also work closely with the state, which has a statewide website, Ohio Means Internships.